Welcome to SBS News in Easy English. My name is Marcus. New South Wales has recorded 818 new local cases of COVID-19 and another 3 deaths. Premier Gladys Berejiklian says residents shouldn't stress too much about the daily numbers, but focus on vaccination figures.
And I don't want us to focus so much on the case numbers going up and down. Absolutely we want to see the case numbers go down. But the number we really need to focus on is the vaccination rate. But every state is going to have to go through the transition of going back to normality. And whilst our transition perhaps happened sooner, every state, once you get to 80% double doses, every state's going to have to live with COVID. And you can't keep Delta out forever. You can't assume there'll be 0 cases, even if you've had 0 cases today.
The Prime Minister has emphasised that message. Scott Morrison says lockdowns as a public health response cannot go on forever. He has encouraged Australians to stay strong during this tough time, get vaccinated and do the right thing so that Australia can open up sooner rather than later. He says when 70 and 80% of the eligible population is vaccinated, the country must move forward.
But once you get to 70% of your country that is eligible for the vaccine, and 80%, the plan sets out that we have to move forward. We cannot hold back. And we must adjust our mindset. Cases will not be the issue once we get above 70%. And we will live with this virus as we live with other infectious diseases. If not at 70% and 80%, then when?
Victoria has recorded 71 new local COVID-19 cases, with 22 still under investigation and 49 of them linked to known outbreaks. Queensland has recorded 1 new case of COVID-19. Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk says this is good news for Queenslanders, despite concern about the outbreak in neighbouring New South Wales.
Queensland, you are doing a terrific job, but what we are seeing is the continual escalation of cases in New South Wales and Victoria, and we have to try and keep Queensland as safe as possible, but we are very concerned that there could be another outbreak at any day.
Australia has changed its decision to deny visas to more than 100 former security guards who worked at the Australian Embassy in Kabul. The former guards have now been granted visas in another humanitarian category. Foreign Affairs Minister Marise Payne says they are now eligible to board an evacuation flight, but there are accessibility challenges.
This is a situation that remains extremely volatile and very dangerous. Our top priority continues to be ensuring that safe departure of Australian citizens and visa holders, and also working with our friends and partners to support one another's evacuation operations. The most significant challenge continues to be access to Hamid Karzai International Airport.
To sport, and Australian Ash Barty has completed the perfect preparation for next week's US Open. Barty won her 5th trophy of the year after beating Jill Teichmann in the final of the Cincinnati Masters. Barty did not drop a single set throughout the tournament, and she was very humble in victory.
Thank you very much. First of all, Jill, what a week, mate. This is where you belong, this is your level, and it's been so nice to see you play your best tennis this week. I know that over the next few years you'll win many of these, win many big matches, mate, but it was certainly nice to share the court with you today, so well done to you and your team. To my team, who have been hanging in there with me for a few months now, we've been on the road for near 6 months, and it's been a joy every single day, so thank you so much for you guys for hanging in there with me. It's been awesome. You've kept me in one piece.
And finally, New Zealand is assessing to change the name of the men's football team nickname from the All Whites to something else. They are considering this idea to be more culturally sensitive and respectful. New Zealand sport is made up of many nicknames surrounding a particular colour, such as the All Blacks, the Tall Blacks, the Silver Ferns, and the All Whites. Thanks for joining SBS News in Easy English. I am Marcus Megalokonomos.